Welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Thursday, late afternoon, early evening, depending on when it is that you're seeing this. I hope the day's been good, it's treated you well, you looked after yourself, and you've definitely been to the gym. If you haven't, that's your cue. In this video, we're talking a little bit around Mr. Onana, the Everton holding midfielder, and Spurs' interest in the player, which excites a lot of us. We'll talk about that as well as a bit of a double down report, maybe not on Onana itself, but Spurs' interest in a number 6. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say that if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. So let's talk where this came from. So, excuse me, it came from Paul O'Keefe, and I did see it through Paul O'Keefe at the time, but I forgot to take the screenshot. But I did see it through EFC Daily, Everton page, and it said that Amadou Onana is a player that is liked at Tottenham, right? Nothing crazy. I could like 100 players. Doesn't mean Spurs are in for 100 of them, right? But the key bit to that is you'll probably see just above it, if not, I'll put it in another slide, that the £60 million mark will be the asking price. Okay, so that's what we've been quoted in theory. 60 million, right? Everton won't get 60 million, that we know that. Like, it's not going to be a situation where we want 100 million, we're going to get 100 million. It'll be one of those, we want 60, but we wound up with 50. So you start high and you come down a little bit. You don't always get what you want, okay? I very much doubt we wanted what we got for Harry Kane. We probably wanted more, I doubt, and that sort of thing, right? I'm not going to go into much more of those sort of transfer details. It's irrelevant. But on this situation, would he be a good fit? A few points. Athletically, yes. The guy just covers ground like a greyhound. It's ridiculous. He churns up the yards, and he'd be brilliant as what we call it in this community, a midfield destroyer. A guy that he's physical, he's good in the air, he's quite a large guy. He would dominate a midfield from time to time, right? He plays in a team which maybe doesn't get on the ball as much as Everton. Although I have seen Everton, and you know what, they do knock it around a bit. It's not what you think about Sean Dyche and maybe his Burnley teams. They do knock it around. But could he do it consistently for 90 minutes, week in, week out? That's the key thing. Now, you can improve that. That's easy. Improve your first touch, improve your passing. That can be done. That's not a worry. His natural physical gifts, you cannot teach, and he has them. You can teach a first touch. You can teach someone to pass it a bit more and a bit better, right? His price, I'm going to go with 50 million. Now, would that be a good deal? I think a lot of it depends if Everton even stay up. Obviously, all these point deductions and things like that. Will they stay up, or will the teams that do get relegated stay relegated? And if you know what I mean by that, people might, oh no, I don't like the 6-point deduction. I want to appeal that. I want it to be a 4-point. We'll start with that. So it could make a huge difference for that, because if they do go down, they'll need to sell. If they do stay up, they might have a bit more power in the position. For me, I'd love him. I would. Would it stop us getting our out-and-out winger that we need? I'd hope not. I'd hope that we'd be able to get a winger and a CDM for 100 million or so and go. But that was our two marquee names we're going to get. And I've obviously uploaded a video before, well, 2 videos before this, but one on Tosin Adarabioyo and our interest kind of being ramped up in him, as well as his interest in us being there as well. If we were to get 3 players as the marquee names, right? Tosin, Amadou, and Eberiche, you're talking about £100 million, £110 million for the 3 of them. I think that's good business, because I think Tosin on the market in contract, 25-30 million. So I think it's good business that you get those 3 guys for about 110. I don't think that's outrageous money, to be honest. It's outrageous if you get rid of Tosin out of that. It's like, oh, it's quite a lot. But 3 of them is not too bad. And I still think that would give you a little bit of money that you're going to sell players. You're going to sell Reguilon. You're going to sell Brian Hill. You're going to sell Højbjerg. You're going to sell Roden. You're going to sell players that are going to make up a large chunk, who might even cover one of those deals on its own. That might give you the money to kind of go, let's go and get a fullback. Because it's told that we want a left centre-back, we want a centre defensive mid, we want a winger that maybe can play both wings, and we are looking at centre-forwards. That's been talked about now. I don't think we're going to get centre-forwards unless Richarlison leaves. So, go and get 2 marquee guys. You're going to get your midfielder destroyer, and you're going to get your winger, and kind of go, right, that improves the starting 11 massively. We're going to be a much better team for it. But then the guys who are in the starting level right now will then still be in the squad, and therefore your bench is even stronger. I mean, the amount of times I look at a bench now and go, there's players on the bench that we can actually bring on and change games. Instead of like last few years where I've gone, I think I'm on the bench. Am I on the bench? I need to get to the stadium. I think I'm on the bench. I think you're on the bench with me, So it is nice, and I think that's why they'll probably keep Timo. I think they'll keep Timo. I think they'll sell Brian. Manuel Solomon, I think, will stay because I just don't think he has any value because of the injury issues. So, yeah, I don't mind it. And obviously, yeah, Alistair Gold has been talking about the fact that they are looking at a 6. Paul O'Keefe has said they are looking at a midfielder. Same with them, actually. Both of them kind of said we're looking at a midfielder. But I think a 6 is probably where we need to be more so. Because if you've got Lucas Bergvall coming in, you may keep Lascelles. So you've got Jamie Donnelly. You've still got Pape. You've still got James. You've still got Basuma. You've got Bentancur. I think a 6 is probably what you need. But we shall see. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I hope you did enjoy. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section your thoughts and feelings about Onana. Would you take him for 50, 60 million? Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.